Hey, we looking at the same team. We're looking at the same team. It's Boy Nehemiah, aka Neo. But this team, the New Orleans Pelicans, are what I consider to be contenders. I've been saying this for a while. I've been saying this for forever. These guys are one of the best teams in the NBA, and people wanted to sleep on Zion. People wanted to be like, "Oh, Zion isn't blah 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 blah." Like, shut the. I was about to curse, but yeah, nah. Zion is one of the top 15 best players in the NBA. Like, I have my top 20 out right now. I'm just gonna, start making a video about it. Probably gonna upload that within this week. Honestly, I'm gonna have the free time. But Zion is a top 15 player. I don't know where I'm gonna rank him, but he's definitely gonna be in that top 15 over the last kind of 7 game stretch, 8-ish game stretch where they've actually been playing a decent amount of talent and they are actually, winning games. Dude is putting up 28 and on some like really really ludicrous efficiency. 67% from the field is nasty, like 72% from the line too. Oh my god, he's also a really good playmaker for the type of player that he is right now. But like as a play finisher, there's no one who's as good as him right now. And even then, he's also a really really good shot creator, even though he's only really shooting in the paint, and that's something that's kind of unheard of. Even like a guy like Giannis, he may not even provide as much pressure as this dude Zion is, and honestly, that's something really really good to look at. Also, another thing about this team is that the offense and the defense are clicking right now. Now, I'm still not sure if this defense is real. I'm not sure. Let me calm down on that, but I definitely do think this offense is real. Looking at their stats, like they're they're around top 15 in 3-point percentage, even though they don't take that much things. They're also top 5 in field goal percentage, top 10 in 2-point percentage, and in 2 pointers taken. They're also like like they're essentially like the top half of the league in pretty much every stat that has to do with scoring. Like they are just one of the better teams in that whole thing. They're even top 10 in like defensive or top 5, top 10 ish in offensive rebounds. Oh no, they're top 15. Excuse me. Yeah, they're around that range. So yeah. What are some other things? Brandon Ingram, bro. Here's another thing. I've been seeing discourse of whether or not Brandon Ingram is better than Zion, bro. Y'all need to shut up. Like I'm gonna be completely honest. Y'all need to be quiet because y'all talking too much. But Brandon Ingram is definitely a really good complimentary start. My boy Zion, at least as of right now, I think going into these couple of seasons out, a lot of people were concerned on whether or not Brandon Ingram and Zion would work out, but they are working out really, really well for right now, especially with a guy like CJ McCollum being as good as he has been right now, pretty much being like a point guard on this team. So, yeah. Also, even though this team doesn't have like a elite playmaker per se, this team just gets so much opportunity that they're just top 10 in assists. And that's something that's very, very underrated about this team. They also don't turn the ball over that much, so that's also really cool. Another really cool thing about this roster is that they just put a lot of pressure on defenses, no matter who's really on the ball. And with Zion playing as good as he has been recently, I think that it creates a dynamic where pretty much anytime this dude gets the ball, anyone's open for three. Like it doesn't matter who. So I really want to see how this team does play in the playoffs. Looking at the West right now, they are easily the first team in the NBA. Also, shout out to Memphis Grizzlies. I want to look at Jaw's stats because I wonder if they kind of fell off. Yeah, they kind of fell off, but not like ludicrous. They're kind of similar to his stats last year. Desmond Bain has been going off though, like no cap. But yeah, essentially, if I were to say any teams to like actually knock them off, I don't. I think that this team would knock off pretty much every team like right around like if any of these teams make the playoffs, I think that they're all getting bounced by New Orleans. I don't think that any of these teams have a chance. The only reason why I'm giving the Warriors a chance is because I think that the Warriors actually do have enough firepower to actually keep up with the Pelicans. That being said, I'm not sure if the Warriors defense is as bad as it has been for the recent kind of stretch. Well, at least this portion because they've kind of bounced back. But another thing about the Warriors defense that's kind of sus in my opinion is that They just don't have really any defenders for Zion. Like the only one would be Draymond Green, and even then, I'm not sure if Draymond Green is going to really keep up with Zion that much for an extended period of time. So, yeah, I think that this team's offense isn't going to be the problem, but it may be just the defense. And I think that another really big factor on whether or not these teams match up is, I would say, the seeding, because I don't think that they're like right now. If the Warriors were to play the play-in, I don't think that they would actually win the first game. So I think that they will actually probably play the New Orleans Pelicans, and that may be like a concern. But that's just he say she say. But my thing is about this personally is that I think the New Orleans Pelicans are in the front seat in the Western Conference. Like even though yes they are technically the first seed, I think that that doesn't really demonstrate how much of a chokehold that they have on this conference right now. Like they are, in my opinion, if I were to do a ranking on like the top five-ish teams in the NBA, the New Orleans Pelicans would be the only team in the West there. Like I think that every team in the East right now, like these three are definitely my teams in the East that I would definitely have on there. But like the New Orleans Pelicans are definitely up there. So yeah. Is there anything else to talk about? Nah, I don't think that there is. I'm probably gonna, do a little bit more shorter videos until we get to, my top 20s, my probably more in depth team rankings and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been your boy Nehemiah, aka Neo. You guys having a great one. Subscribe if you want to, like if you want to, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.